What's a mistake that you made once that you'll never make again? After donating blood, they say not to do strenuous exercise for a couple hours. Well, I thought I'd stop by the grocery store on the way home from the blood bank. A nice old lady asked me to help her with a big bag of dog food. I thought there's no way that would be considered strenuous. Then I woke up on the floor with a small crowd standing around me and someone calling for an ambulance. I was fine, but it was a bit embarrassing. I ran up and down the stairs a few times after donating once. Was packing for a last minute trip out of state. Had to lie down on the pavement all of a sudden. Pretty sure I was going to pass out but managed not to. Wasn't right for days after that. Gotta give your body time to recover. Co-signing on a loan for a family member. Well, it wasn't a family member, but my so-called best friend. When I was 19, I co-signed on a loan so he could get his car fixed. He said he would pay the loan, but to the surprise of no one he didn't, leaving me on the hook for $3,000, which I had to pay off so it wouldn't fuck up my credit. He kept saying he was gonna pay me back, but to this day I have yet to see a penny of that money. Needless to say, he's no longer my best friend. Fuck you, B-Todd. Trying to catch a falling knife. Did you catch it? Technically. Sliced my finger on the way down and fell point down on my toe. Also why I don't do dishes without shoes on anymore. Thinking that the employee survey is really anonymous. I went and did a 2-week training course for my job recently. At the end they got us to fill in an anonymous survey of how well they did. I was pretty scathing about how shit their teaching quality was. Then the tutor sat down and read them all in front of us. At the end he shook everyone's hand except mine. Marrying the same woman twice. A wise man once said if something happens once, it may happen again. If something happens twice, it will definitely happen a third time. Sharing something very personal with a partner who didn't deserve to know. Sharing something personal with anyone who doesn't deserve to know. My sister is the absolute devil when it comes to sharing and being vulnerable. My partner on the other hand is a saint. Remain in a relationship after being cheated on. Boy, was that foolish of me. Abuse and cheating are my absolute deal breakers. There's no coming back from those. Taking a job offer where the manager was a little too eager to hire. It was not because I was that awesome. Learned this one too. If they are super eager to hire, it means they are desperate and you are about to walk into a massive shit heap. I really need this job, and I think I'd be a great asset to your team. Okay, you're hired. Never mind. Took an antibiotic that needed a meal prior on taking said antibiotic, but it was the middle of the night and decided to wing it. That horrible feeling afterwards was etched into my brain and decided to never do it again. Tasting vanilla extract. That day my 8-year-old self learned a valuable lesson. My dumbus will still taste it every few years just to see if it's as bad as I remember. It always is. Something that smells so good has no business tasting that awful. Trying to unclog my toilet via repeated flushings. My toilet just sucked and often needed 2-3 flushes and then it would finally unblock and flush normally. I had gotten so used to it that it became a routine. I just knew it would be fine. Words cannot describe the horror the one time I saw the water start escaping the bowl after I flushed. I was frozen in sheer terror. Once, I was honest to my boss. Will never do it again. Agreed. Always tell your bosses as close to what they want to hear as possible. They are not your friend. Take up your concerns with HR, if your place has a good one. HR protects the company, not the employees. Getting addicted to meth. Was nearly on the brink of destroying my life but found a way out of it. Been clean 3+ years now. Never again. Walked through an invisible fence meant to contain canines with collar prongs against my arm. I put the dumb thing on my neck to prove to my brother-in-law that it was inhumane. I won and lost. Never put your face over a toddler's head. Sounds dodgy, but it's innocent. Toddlers jump spontaneously. If your face is within 1 foot of the top of their head, you'll get a bloody nose lip. Happened to me too often with our kid friends' kids. Now it's a rule. Or put your head anywhere near their hands. It seems that they hell babies too. Have the grip of a lion's mouth. Lost count of how many times my nieces and nephews, as babies, grabbed my lips and returned them stretched and scratched. Always check for toilet paper before using the restroom. No matter how many times it happens, I never learn my lesson. Christmas shopping on Black Friday. It was a mob scene, with people challenging each other to be first to grab merchandise off the shelves. Never again. Not worth it. I refuse to even step foot out of my house on Black Friday. Traffic sucks. Making debt while things are looking good. Just avoid the temptation. It's not worth it. Currently paying off a car I've not even had in my possession for quite a while. I had root canal. I now brush and floss like it's my last day. Could be worse. You could brush and floss religiously like I did, and I have 2 root canals and about 10 crowns. Breaking up with a great partner. Feel you, I broke up with the most amazing woman I know. The reason? Well, long story, but I guess the root of the problem was me. Didn't talk about problems and it accumulated until I just had to go. My brain fought against itself and I was in really bad mental condition. The mistake was not letting her help and tried to solve it myself. Don't get married after college because all your friends in the group are. The amount of people who get married and have kids just cause it's expected of them is insane. Ran into the same glass door a second time within 10 seconds. I've been living in this house for over 7 years now, and that still regularly happens. Asked a girl if she was pregnant. She wasn't. Most humiliating thing I've ever said. I think I heard a comedian say once that unless the baby is coming out at that exact moment, you never assume a woman is pregnant. The balls don't go inside the condom too, just the shaft. But they do go inside the vagina, right? Forgot to wash hands after chopping jalapenos, then went to take a leak. 0/10. My boyfriend removed a contact after chopping jalapenos. I wasn't sure if he was going to make it. Believing her when she says he's just a friend. 10/10 would experience again. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Reddit videos.